Hi there. Welcome to learnqlikview.com. In this session, we'll go over a preceding load. Well, we've heard popular expression, there are many ways to skin a cat, and that popular expression applies so well when it comes to Qlikview development. We will go over a tutorial and an example to prove that when it comes to Qlikview development, you can achieve your goal in more than one ways. So in this tutorial, we'll show you how you can pull data and then do an aggregation by using preceding load on top of preceding load. So let's begin the journey. I'm going to go over to the Excel file that I'm going to use for this particular tutorial. In this, we have the order information by customer, and interestingly, the customer ID contains a concatenated field of customer name and the ID, and we will see how we can use few functions to extract customer name out of this field and then do a sum of sales by customer name and by date. Alright, so let's go back and we'll create a tab called Order Summary. Okay, so we're going to give it a name, Order Summary, and let's go over to the table files, and I'm going to open the table. As you see, it has order, ID, the product ID, and again, customer ID with concatenated field with a pipe sign. So everything looks good. I'm going to finish. All right, this is good enough at this point. So the first thing we want to do is we want to add few columns. One is to add the column to create month and year out of order date, so that we can do aggregation on month, year, and also secondly, to create a field to extract customer name out of the customer ID field. So first, let's create the customer name field. For that, we're going to use few functions. First is the left. In left, we'll extract a number of characters before the pipe sign, as you've seen. That's the characters before pipe sign are customer name, characters after pipe sign are customer ID. So here we'll use customer ID, and then we're going to use index function to find out the position of the pipe by using customer ID, and then we'll use the pipe character, and then once we find it, we're going to go one character back to extract actual customer name. So that's how it is, and it's as we're going to give it customer name. Good enough. Alright, the next one will be the date field, and what we'll do is just use the order date field and transform it into month, year. So first is month. We're going to say date, order date, and then we're going to concatenate that with year. So we're going to use ampersand sign, and then just a dash to concatenate, again ampersand, and we're going to copy this and say year, and we're going to alias it to month year. Looks great. Okay, so we have two columns here, two transform columns. One is to extract the customer name out of the customer ID field. As you know, it's been concatenated, so all we're doing is using left function and the index to find the pipe, and then go back and extract A, B, C, D, and so forth. So that's first, and then second one is to extract month and year out of the order date and alias it as month year. So let's load this and see if it works. So reload, and there you go. So at this point, if you add customer name, month year, and amount, customer, so if you look at April, April 2012, these are the ones. Select customer, good enough. So it shows customer C had ordered in August and May of 2012. These are the amounts. So we can quickly check that. So here it is. These are two orders, 20,000 and 30,000. Sounds good. Now the task is to display or aggregate sales by customer. So right now customer C has two orders and the total is 50,000. So ultimately what we want to achieve is just to have customer name and total sales by month year. Alright, so how we do it. We're gonna get rid of this right now. Let's see. Alright, so here's where we will use the power of preceding load over preceding load. So since we already have customer name and month year in this, now we're going to do another load, and we're going to use sum of oh, by the way, we need one more column that just shows the total sales by quantity, because that's just the sales amount, and then we need to multiply that with quantity to get the actual sum. So one more would be, before we do that, just make sure. One more column is quantity times amount and then we can call it sales amount. That's good enough. Load it. Alright. So now in order to aggregate sales by customer and month year, we'll do preceding load over preceding load, and we'll use sum. This time we're going to sum of sales amount as total sales, and then we're going to use customer name and month year. Month year. And then we're going to do group by. This is the power of preceding load over the load, that you can do grouping and other SQL type of aggregation here. So group by. Since we're doing it by the name and month year, we're gonna use this. And that's it. So now what we've done is, using the previous load, we are aggregating sales amount by customer name and month year. So let's load this. And there you have it. So we can create a table box here and use all the fields. And there you have it. So as you see, we have by customer name and month year, total aggregated sales. So that's it. You've seen the power of preceding load and how we can load or perform a preceding load over a previous preceding load and achieve what we could have achieved with resident load or some other technique. So that's it. Hope you liked it, and we'll see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.